Hello guys, welcome back to the channel where trading is made easy with high level of clarity. Today is Sunday. As we all know, Sundays we give top analysis and give you bias on what to expect in the market. And today I have few pairs that I'll be running top-down analysis on to give you bias for you to maximize your chance of winning in the market. So stay with us to the end of this video, because at the end of this video you will learn a lot that would help you and give you the opportunity to maximize your chance of winning in the market. And today we are starting with EURUSD. Now, when you look at EURUSD, you would understand something that when we zoom out, you will discover that Euro is kind of bearish now. And when the market is bearish, what do? You look for more opportunity to take it to the downside. And there is something very important as a trader you have to understand whenever you are making trade, is studying the behavior of any currency pair you are trading. Now, before that, I spoke about EURUSD when it was here, explaining all the reasons why we should expect all this move to the downside, because when we get to the daily time frame, we will see that on daily time frame, this market is actually going to take out all the internal structures created before this break of structure to the upside. I believe we can see that break of structure at this particular place, right? We can see it here. So the market is moving down to close everything left behind, and currently the market is going to clear cover this fair value gap left at this particular place. So we should be still on expecting more bearish movement. And when we get to 4 hours, we will discover that this EURUSD, there is one familiar behavior that we can see. Whenever a structure is broken, it will go back to take out all the internal structures before continuation to the downside. And when you look at it, when this structure was broken, it came back, took out this internal high before continuation. When the structure was broken to the downside, it came back, taking out all these internal structures before it continued going to the downside. And when the market has broken this particular structure, now I spoke about EURUSD when it was here, highlighting the reasons why it needs to go up to take out all this internal structure before continuation to the downside. And I will recommend you go through our previous video, because through it you can learn something and it will clarify your doubts that you are at the right place. So currently now, what do we have on EURUSD? Before I explain everything that we should be expecting, because I have a very good setup here, let's quickly look at a very powerful platform that I want to introduce us to, which is FastBull. FastBull is a platform that helps and that makes analysis very, very more easier, because they have some powerful tools needed by trader, whether you're advanced or a beginner. Now, let me talk about the replay option, right? This replay option helps you to test your strategy. You know, as you're getting quality educational materials here, you can actually go develop your strategy, then backtest it. Other platform will request for money before you can backtest your strategy, but with FastBull, backtesting your strategy is absolutely free, right? We have some other features like multiple window, like people like us that love making use of multiple chart display. Like let's quickly look at it. As you can see right now, we can have your euro here, have your USDJPY here, have your odd USD here, have your BTC, and so on. And if you're a fan of multiple time frame, you could open 4 hours chart here, open 1 hour chart here, and so on, just depending on what you want to do. FastBull gives all these features free, unlike other platforms that will ask you to pay some money. And also, FastBull gives us that chat room. It brings community to traders, whether beginners or advanced traders. Here you can chat with professional traders or with other traders and discuss with them. You know, you can bring your view on a particular chart, and it will be discussed at this particular place. As you can see, there are so many traders that even uploaded their charts before taking trade. There are so many professional traders here that can help you whenever you come to the chart room. And we have question and answers also feature. When you look at it right now, so many people are asking questions and they get answer from professional and experienced trader. This is a platform that you wouldn't want to miss. It's just there for both advanced traders and beginner, and it helps you as a trader to grow. And not only that, both the economic calendar, instead of you to be going to other platform, other websites, to be checking the news, everything are just at this particular place. You can get your economic calendar, get news, when it will be released, everything that you can actually think of. And also, you can get your market live quotes. You can see how it is properly arranged. We have our commodities, we have cryptos here. So everything is properly arranged. Not only that, you can equally have your indicator, unlike other platforms that you can only use maximum of 2 or 3 indicators. But here on FastBull, you can actually make use of any amount of trading indicator you want, ranging from 0 to, in fact, it's unlimited. If you're a fan of moving average, relative index, Bollinger Band, and other things, all of them, you can make use of them here absolutely for free. Right? And they have wonderful tools for analysis, as you can see here. So, yeah, I know that is opportunity that you don't want to miss. So, the link will be in the description below. Click on it, come to this platform and explore it. It will help you to grow as a trader, because it's very rare to see a technical analyzing platform, or a platform that gives this technical chart that has this kind of community whereby you can ask questions, discuss with some traders and other things. So do well to come and check it. The link will be in the comment section below. So having said that, let's proceed with what we have. Now, when you look at Euro now, we are now looking for sell opportunity, because the market has already taken out all the internal structures needed to be taken out, and the market is kind of moving to the downside to come and test how strong this low is. Now, when you look at this right now, on Wednesday, I told us and I explained all the reasons why we should not be expecting the market to go below this low. Why? Because this low here swept a very powerful liquidity. So let's go to lower time frame to see this. Okay, let's go to 30 minutes. It will be more clear there. Now, on 30 minutes, as you can see, this low swept this liquidity before continuation to the upside. Then, if you are new in this channel, I have always said this, that whenever you see market moving to the upside, created low without the low sweeping any liquidity, market must definitely come for it, taking it out before continuation to the upside. And after we must have seen this, we are not expecting the market to go below this low. Anything that takes market below this low is now change of character, and that is what we never wanted to see on EURUSD. But we have seen market going below this low and closing below it, which has given us this change of character that we are seeing at this particular place. And when you watch, it took market some time before breaking this, because this happened to be a very strong low that we never wanted the market to go below, but market has really gone below it. So what do we do now? Whenever market goes below our strong low, definitely it has turned towards change of character, coupled with what we are seeing on higher time frame. Now, remember, on higher time frame, we are seeing that euro is still creating lower lows and lower highs. This happened to be our last lower high. Now, the market has continued moving to the downside. And when you go to 1 hour, you will discover that this market has gone from creating series of higher highs and higher lows to now creating lower lows and lower highs. By the way, I spoke about this market when it was here. All this move, some of the people in my channel and also here on YouTube caught this movement to the upside. So currently, the market is now moving to the downside. What do? We start looking for more opportunity to take it to the downside. Now, when we get to 4 hours, we can see that on 4 hours, we are now seeing a very good fair value gap there, as you can see. This fair value gap was here, but what happened? The market had already come back to fill it. So everything is getting more interesting at this particular place. But before we finalize, that is why top-down analysis is very important. So let's move down to lower time frame. Now, on our lower time frame, we can see that we have a very good order block at this particular place. And what makes order block very strong? When we have a fair value gap below it, and as you can see, we have a very good fair value gap just below this order block. Now, everything seems more interesting. So first of all, let's identify this area of value. Now, let's move down to lower time frame to see how things are. Now, on lower time frame, things seem more interesting. Now, when you look at this, right, this high broke this structure to the downside, and this high didn't sweep any liquidity. It created this low. Now, what did we see here, or what are we seeing here? We can see how the market has stylishly gone and took out this high as what? A liquidity. So as we can see now, this high is already taken as a liquidity. So once a high is taken as a liquidity, what are we expecting? That particular high that took it as a liquidity is going to be our strong high. And when you look at it, this high took the liquidity but didn't create a lower low before creating this high, then we are now going to take this high to be our very strong high. And this side that we have at this particular place now has broken this structure to the downside, giving us a valid break of structure. Why? Because this high swept a liquidity. Now we have a very valid break of structure. What are we expecting in this situation now? Now, before this break of structure, after the break of structure, the market went up and created this internal liquidity, just as we are seeing here. Now, if you are new in this channel, please take note of this. Whenever we see something of this nature creating a high, then created a low, without this side taking any liquidity, market will always come back to take it out before continuation. And that's what we are expecting to see, because this high that did not sweep any liquidity, which happens to be this one, now created a lower low, as we can see now, without sweeping any liquidity. So we should be expecting market to go above it before we start looking for any continuation to the downside. So let's clear all this to make our chart a little clear. Now that we have all this, what are we expecting? We are now expecting this market to stylishly come back here, creating another low before going here to fill this liquidity to take it out before we start seeing more continuation to the downside. So in this situation, what do we do? Now we start looking for opportunities, other blocks above. Now, as you can see, we have a very good fair value gap at this particular place that is not yet filled. So we should be checking if we are going to see order block. Remember, whenever you have order block and there is fair value gap below it, it makes that order block to be very strong. So let's go to 15 minutes and see how things are. So let's go back to 30 minutes. So on 30 minutes now, we can see that we have that very good order block here. Now remember, on higher time frame, we are looking for this market to come and fill this, to take out this low, right? So in that situation, we are now going to be working with that. So here right now, we are going to be looking for that first entry at this particular place. Why? Because we have order block here and we have fair value gap here. And also we have a liquidity that needs to be taken out before that move. So this place is a very strong area to look for that sell opportunity, and considering that this high swept this liquidity before creating a lower low. So this happens to be our very strong high. So we should be expecting the market to come to this particular place before we see that move. Today, downside. Remember, trading is reactive and not predictive. So always wait for that change of trend before taking that trade. Now on EURUSD, this is my first entry. But if the market decides to use all these places as a liquidity coming to this particular place, then you look for that entry at this particular place. Why? Now, when you look at it, in generally speaking, we know that whenever a structure is broken, the support is broken, it turns to what? A resistance. And when you look at it, this place now is the place that was recently broken. So it has high probability to be turned to resistance. So in this situation right now, what are we expecting? We are expecting this market right now that to turn to resistance at this particular place if the market decides to take out all these highs as internal structure. So we should still be looking for down continuation. But if this market goes above this, right, above this high, closing above it, then we should start looking for more continuation today, the upside, which I doubt if it's gonna happen because the market structure is clearly giving us everything we need to know. So on EURUSD, this is my setup. Remember, trading is reactive and not predictive, and 3-to-1 risk reward is more than okay in the market. Now let's go to 4 hours to clarify things more. Now, on 4 hours right now, remember, we said that we are expecting this low to be taken out. This low, right? And from here, we can see that we have a very good fair value gap at this particular place. So in this particular place, look for change of trend so that your risk reward will be a little smaller, so that your risk reward could come to this particular place as 3-to-1 risk reward, right? Because of what we are having at this particular place, because of this. So we should not be targeting here for it to be taken out because of that fair value gap here, because every fair value gap with a negative a candle with different body closure color there, it is always strong. So we just got to be very careful at this particular level and know what to do. So on EURUSD, this is what I am expecting to happen. In fact, this is my entries and what I'll be expecting to happen in this trading day. I have another wonderful setup on USDJPY. Now, when you look at USDJPY, you will discover that this market has been in a very bullish movement, and currently the market is reacting from this order block that we are seeing at this particular place. And when you see any other block with fair value gap, look at that fair value gap at that particular place. I just want you to see it very well. That's why I said any other block with fair value gap is always usually strong. So that's where the market is actually reacting from. Now, when we look at it, what do we have at this particular place? Now, we have this market that is reacting from other blocks. So we should still be expecting more bearish movement, at least to come and cover this gap we are seeing at this particular place before we start seeing any other continuation to the upside. So having this in mind, let's drop down to lower time frame. Then on 4 hours right now, everything is quite defined. Now on 4 hours, we are seeing this wonderful order block at this particular place, as we can see. Now, whenever we see order block with fair value gap, remember it is always strong, and we have that fair value gap at this particular place. So in this situation, what do we have? Now let's look at what we have. Now remember, now watch this, right? This low, this particular place, despite it is a very good order block, but wait for that change of trend at this particular place. Why? Because This is not the strong low we have. Look at the strong low we have here because it took out this liquidity that we are seeing. As you can see, this market created that higher high at this particular place. Now created this low without sweeping any liquidity. This low created this higher high without taking out liquidity. Later, market came, taking out this liquidity, so making this low our very strong low. So let's keep that in mind. Now, in this situation, now what are we expecting? We're expecting this market to react to this particular place and continue moving to the upside. But in that situation, we have to wait for that change of trend. So let's quickly go to lower time frame, right? Now, on lower time frame, we can see that we have a low that has to be taken out. And remember, this low created high without sweeping any liquidity. So we should be expecting this low to be taken out. And when we go to more lower time frame, we could discover that this market was creating series of higher highs and higher lows. And currently now, the trend has changed, creating series of lower lows and lower highs. So far, this market is still creating series of lower lows and lower highs. We should wait until the trend change from creating lower lows and lower highs to creating something like this. Now, change of trend, then you wait for retest of structure or order block or sweep of liquidity or 15% discount of Fibonacci level before you start taking it to the upside. So on USDJPY, this is what I am actually waiting for, so that in case anything wants to happen by market continue going to the downside, if I did not see any sweep of liquidity, I will not be taking this trade. That is why I always say trading is reactive and not predictive. So on USDJPY, this is gonna be my first entry. Then remember, don't be greedy in the markets. 3-to-1 risk reward is more than okay in the markets. But depending how the momentum of the market is, you can now target further to the upside. But 3-to-1 risk reward is a healthy way of trading in the market. And if the market continues to come to this downside, then you start looking for that opportunity at this particular place. But if the market goes below this low, then you start looking for more sell to the downside. But I don't think that the market will be going beyond this. Why? Because of on Wednesday and Sunday last week, I explained to us why USD is gonna be strong because of what we saw on our DSY. If, by the way, if you have not known how to know when USD is usually strong and weak, I recommend you go through my previous video. I explained how DSY controls the USD pairs. So I will recommend you go through those previous videos. It will help you a lot. So without wasting time, let's proceed. Now on USDJPY, this is the setup that I have for this week. But don't worry, even if the market decides to do otherwise, you have nothing to worry about, because on Wednesday I will still update you people what we have in the market. By the way, if you have not subscribed, subscribe, turn on the notification button, like, share, and comment, because your like, share, and comment motivate us to create more educational videos like this. So let's proceed. Then on gold, I still have a wonderful setup. By the way, I will advise you go through my previous video, because everything happening on gold, I covered them. I explained all the reasons why gold needed to move down from this particular place to this place. Why? Because whenever you see market moving to the upside and create a low that never swept liquidity, definitely sooner or later the market will definitely come down to sweep that liquidity. Now, when you look at it right now, the market came down, swept this liquidity, reacting from this order block, right? Now, before it continued moving to the upside. So let's know that our higher time frame is telling us is giving us bullish movement. Now, after we saw this sweep of liquidity, the market now created this resistance. The market broke it then we all know that whenever a resistance is taken out, it turns to support. So this market is currently reacting at this high level of support. So knowing all this, let's move down to lower time frame. Now, on lower time frame, we can see how this market has changed trend from creating series of lower lows and lower highs to now creating higher highs and higher lows. So when we see something like this, what do? We look for opportunity to continue taking the market to the upside. So having all this in mind, let's now zoom out. Now on Thursday and Sunday on Wednesday and Sunday last week, I explained why we should be looking for that movement from this side. And I believe some of us utilize this opportunity, taking it to the upside. And when the market was at this particular place on Wednesday, I explained all the reasons why we should be expecting this market to take out all the internal structure created before creating this break of structure today upside, right? And the market has done just exactly that. Now, when we move down to 1 hour, we can see that this market created this break of structure, and anytime that break of structure is created, what happened? Markets always come back to take out all the internal structures created before that move, and that's what exactly gold has done. Now, when you see it now, this was the last low created, and currently the market has taken it out, tapping into this 1 hour order block that we are seeing here before this, all the reactions that we are currently seeing. So in this situation, let's delete this for our chart to be clean. In this situation, what do you expect? We expect more continuation to the upside. When we drop down to lower time frame, we can see how this market right now has moved from creating series of lower lows and lower highs to now creating higher highs and higher lows. So we are having that good inversion of trend. Remember, this low swept the liquidity, so this is going to be considered as our strong low. So let's identify that and delete this. So since we have this strong low, what do? We don't want to see market going up below it. Once market goes below it, then we are going to see more continuation to the downside. Now, what do we have here? We can identify that order block at this particular place. And that order block has a very good fair value gap. Look at it there. We have a very good fair value gap. And coupled with what we are seeing now, we have a equal low. And whenever we have equal low like this, what happens? It serves as magnet for the market to come and take it out. Why? Because this low created this high, and this high created this low. This low did not sweep any liquidity. Then this low created this high. In a situation like this, what do we expect? We expect the market to take out this low before continuation to the upside. That is why we are having this strong confluence. So on gold, I will be looking for this particular opportunity. My stop loss below here. Then I will target my 3-to-1 risk reward. Remember, don't be greedy in the markets. 3-to-1 risk reward is more than okay. But note, if you have been on this channel for some time, I've always said this: whenever you have order block and have week like this, then you treat all of them as one. So in this situation right now, I'm now going to be treating all of them as one, making this right now to be my stop loss area. Why? Because this low swept the liquidity that we are seeing at this particular place. Then this is my strong low that I never want to see market go below. Once market goes below it, definitely everything has changed. So in this situation right now, I'll be looking for that change of trend inside this particular place. Remember, trading is reactive and not predictive. So wait for that change of trend. Don't be aggressive trader, because gold is very, very volatile. So wait for that change of trend before you start taking the trade to the upside. So in this week's analysis, these are my 3 favorite pairs that I have this good setup, and everything is kind of explaining itself. So please just don't be aggressive trader. wait for that entry, wait for that change of character, then you can open your market. Remember, the link to this FastBull will be dropped in the comment section. Come to it. It has wonderful features that traders would need as to grow. Most especially this replay option that can help you to backtest, backtest your strategy. Try to find out what your strategy looks like that will look like in the live market, just like you are seeing right now. I can start from this particular place, start testing my strategy to see how it looks like. And don't forget, it also has so many chart layout that you can actually use if you want. Then has so many indicators, unlimited indicators, unlike other platforms that will give you access to only 3 indicators. But here in FastBull, it is unlimited. All these values are just free of charge. Then we have these charts. We have these charts button. Sorry. Here we have this charts room. Oh, sorry. Okay, let's exit this. Okay. Let's exit it before we continue. Sorry. So we have this multiple charts view layout, whereby you can have so many layouts depending the kind of trader you are. Depending the kind of trader you are. As you can see, these are some features that some platform will request for payment before they will give you those features. Here in chat, you can interact with other traders, discuss with traders, grow as a trader. You can ask any question bothering you. Some of those questions that nobody can answer, you can actually have access to it here. When you ask the question, professional traders will give you the adequate answer required. And here you can have access to economic calendar and also news coming up. Instead of switching from one website to another, from here you can actually get the news in accurate data, right? You can also get quotes, live market quotes and data. As you can see, this is your Forex data. We have commodity, then we have crypto. It depends what you are doing as a trader. FastBull is here for you, right? The link will be in the comment section. Try and give it a try because this is a platform that you wouldn't want to miss. Have a wonderful trading week, guys, and I wish you guys success.